Alright, I think I have everything set up so I can start. The invention that I chose to talk about and write about is the invention of the Ring doorbell. There we go. So my first part is just going to be a little bit about the inventor. The inventor is Jamie Siminoff from Santa Monica, California, and this was not his first invention. He had two previous ones, Phone Tag, which was one of the first voicemail to text message softwares, and then the next one was unsubscribe.com, which was basically a website and software that allowed you to unsubscribe and get rid of a bunch of emails that were flooding your inbox that didn't need to be there. And then lastly, the Ring doorbell, which we will talk about in just a second. How did the Ring come to be? Well, in 2011, Jamie came up with the video doorbell while he was working in his garage. He missed one too many packages to sign for and just decided that he needed to invent something for him that would help him know when someone's at the door so he can go sign his package. And so that was what he chose to do. His wife even said that this was her favorite invention that he has ever made, and basically called it the caller ID for the doorbell. And so originally he had named the Ring doorbell Doorbot. Well, in 2013, Doorbot made its first appearance on Shark Tank. Doorbot faced rejection from Shark Tank due to market readiness and overall need for the product. The Sharks did not believe in Doorbot because they felt that it wasn't ready to place itself in any market. There kind of wasn't a market for this kind of invention, so they couldn't see it happening. And they felt that this was not a need for consumers and that this was not something that they could see people investing their money in, and so it was just too unsafe of an offer. Doorbot did get one offer that was not worth Jamie's time in his opinion, so he did decide to walk away from that offer, so he did not gain anything from Shark Tank. Except, then that moves us into methods overcoming obstacles. Shark Tank did give Jamie a bunch of publicity. So even though he did not get any money from the sharks going on to Shark Tank, this gave him publicity and put him in front of many other investors who were lining up at his door because they did think that Doorbot was a good idea and that they wanted to invest their money into it. And this also allowed Jamie to focus on fundraising. So the $700,000 that he was trying to get from the sharks, he was able to outsource and fundraise and build up in his own ventures and kind of just do it his own way. And yeah, Jamie continually changed and improved his product. So as time goes on, technology advances and needs change and all of that. And so Jamie, as time went on and everything changed, he continually improved his product. Whether that be camera quality, sound quality, different features, safety features, all of that, he was constantly changing Doorbot so that it was able to keep up with the consumer standards. He focused on the value of the safety that came with his product. So he tried to shift the thinking of this is for packages, this is kind of just like a little see if mailman's at the door or what. He wanted to shift the focus of that to more of a safety feature for home security. So whether you're a single mother or you're a mother at home with her children, you can see who's at the door before you open it so you feel safe opening the door. Not necessarily I'm trying to make sure I get my package on time or sign for my package. More of you can feel safe opening your door. And yeah. Jamie's entrepreneurial mind took a turning point and Ring was born and took over the market. So this was when he changed Doorbot to Ring, and it was because Ring kind of gave a smoother name and everyone kind of would connect it more. Doorbot he felt was just too technical and too automatic and confusing. And so this took over the market, and now you see video doorbells everywhere. In 2018, Jamie sold Ring doorbell to Amazon for $1 billion. And then this was kind of a full circle moment that I thought was cool, is that later on, Jamie has since guest starred as a judge on Shark Tank and invested in some pitch that was on Shark Tank. How can we tie this into our coursework? Jamie's brain while working in the garage could be considered a default network. In my opinion, that's how I perceived that, is Jamie was not intentionally trying to solve any sort of problem, even though he knew it was a thing. He was working in the garage, doing all his things, and this idea just came to him. The value that Jamie saw behind his product. I felt like the value of shifting the narrative kind of into the safety instead of what the technicality would be for this product, I felt like could be tied back into our coursework. And I also thought that creative destruction could be tied into this because I felt like the Ring doorbell kind of made a new market and damaged the normal doorbell market. I feel like I don't remember the last time I've really seen a normal doorbell without a video doorbell, and it doesn't have to be a Ring. There are all kinds of different brands now, but I don't remember the last house I walked into that didn't have some sort of video doorbell. So I feel like it kind of destructed the normal doorbell market while creating this new one. And yeah, that was my presentation, and I hope you loved it, and I had a lot of fun making it, and that was the Ring doorbell by, yeah.